That's so funny. If I'm holding the phone portrait, my intention reasonably is that it's going to be a short thought. If I'm holding it landscape, you're like, oh boy, here we go. It's going to be a long rant. I'm just trying to connect some thoughts that just came together, seemingly previously disparate, but now seem related. So I was just walking by the community bike path, and I saw a mom there with a couple little tots, one in a stroller, one on a scoot bike, and it looked to me like the one in the stroller was displeased whenever mom would attend to the one on the scoot bike, and would express that displeasure in the prescribed age-appropriate way. Anyways, that caused me to, well, in addition to thinking about how fast kids grow up, cue the country song, yada yada, I was thinking about so-called diverse hiring practices, which I'd suggest a lot of places draw near unto with their lips, but in practice, hiring practices are anything but inclusive. Hiring practices and recruitment are, by their nature, a contest, and can be intimidating and involve all sorts of hard and soft skills, long, lengthy lists of hard skills, often, as far as I'm concerned, that seem like the kind of thing that would be acquired over the course of like a long time, and feel like skill sets that belong to 3 people, not 1 person, and for the amazing price of like whatever. I know for graphic designers it's like $35, $45, $55,000 a year. I'm like, dude, you can't even, it's like Luke Skywalker, you can't even $10,000 all in advance. We can almost buy our own ship for that. Anyways, I'm just saying, you can't even run a licensed practice on a Mac for that price, let alone raise a family. And who the heck would be stupid enough to make the attempt of raising a family? All of the opportunity cost and sacrifice that's involved in that. My point is this: my lovely wife recently has been doing some continuing education work and looking about renewing her dental hygiene license, and talking with other people in these continuing ed groups, and has experienced the frustration of effectively being invisible on LinkedIn because of dealing with customers like the aforementioned mother was dealing with. My thought was, how responsive do you need to be to those customers? I'm like, well, pretty darn. What kind of a union break do you get from those customers at 2 and 3 in the morning? And how long of a contract are you locked in to provide service for those customers? Like, I mean, if you know, you know. Which is why when my wife was expressing to me her frustration at feeling like she's invisible from a recruiting standpoint, or just a career standpoint, I felt like you should be able to say 5 kids, homeschooled, and drop the mic. It's like a good friend of mine one time was giving a reference for me because I was groveling for work in some capacity. They called him up and they asked about me. He paid me a nice compliment. I liked it. He said, Aaron has been a sole breadwinner for a family of 5 kids. Hence the, man, I got 5 kids to feed. And done it on an undergrad from art school. And the interviewer was like, and then he just repeated himself verbatim. He's like, Aaron has been a sole breadwinner for a family of 5 kids with an undergrad from art school for 20 plus years. His point was, if you know, you know what sort of contortions and would be required to pull that feat off. Anyways, I've seen a lot on the back end in HR and a lot by way of talking about diverse hiring practices, neurodiversity, all the other meta tags, etc., and looked at hard and soft skills, and the soft skills of the lived experience, the bedside manner, and other work with clients, not the least of which are, 24-hour-a-day clients who are very demanding, somewhat rewarding as well. I don't know what my point is, except for that I think that it feels like there should be a way to value the experience that people have of. There's just things you don't put on your resume that I think you should, like people stuck in a sandwich generation dealing with probate and power of attorney for their aging parents or auntie or uncle or niece or cousin, or basically the fabric of the community is held together by these people who on paper are invisible, and yet in the community they're the lifeblood of the community. Yeah, I see them at events, especially on reserve. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of the soft skills are the lifeblood of the culture of an organization, but recruiting processes don't adequately inventory those things, and to their detriment, in my opinion.